I talk to a lot of people who say they want to start or buy a business, and I believe them. But often these same people struggle to move forward and they often blame procrastination. I've heard the things they say about themselves. I just don't have the time. I'm lazy. I need to be more disciplined. I don't even know where to start. Those statements, I don't quite believe because most of these same people have a history of making time to invest in their education, to grow their careers. They've shown they can exercise discipline in other aspects of their lives. They figured out how to do hard things before, things that they've never done before. They've raised families, they've navigated hard seasons, they've delivered under pressure. So often I see that procrastination isn't the problem. Often it's the symptom of something deeper. In the last video, I talked about the Bridge to Your Future framework. And it's about the three key things that make up this bridge between the life you have and the life you really want. And that bridge consists of three planks to cross: purpose, time, and clarity. And if any one of them is missing, you are likely to stall out. Not because you're weak, but because intuitively you know you're not ready. And today I want to dive into the first plank, purpose, because it's really the first domino. It's the most critical one. Because if you don't have enough clarity on why you want a different life, then you're not going to make the time to figure out how to move forward. And I can tell you, beating yourself up about what you're not doing is not going to help. You can't bully yourself into the amount of work it takes to become a business owner. You can only want it bad enough to show up, even on the days you're tired, even on the days you're stressed, and would much rather just sit on the couch and turn your brain off. So the real question isn't, why am I procrastinating? The real question is, why do I want this? What problem would becoming a business owner actually solve for me? What's pulling me towards this dream in the first place? To get at that answer, I use what I call the AMP motivation framework. AMP stands for ambition, mission, and pain. Now, what I've seen is that what separates those who become business owners is that they're strong in at least one of those AMP motivations. They may, for example, have strong ambition, this vision of a different, better life that's compelling. The idea that what could be is stronger than the comfort of what is, and this desire to want it bad enough to do whatever it's going to take to get it. That is ambition. They may have strong mission, some problem or customer they care deeply enough about that it propels them past the obstacles. It pushes them through the short-term sacrifices that are needed. That's mission. Or they may have strong pain, something they want to escape. It's when the discomfort of staying where they are becomes greater than the fear of what comes next. That is pain. And if you're stalling out, the answer is not to white knuckle your way forward. The answer is to tap into what powers those motivations. Ambition, mission, pain, they can all get you moving. And each one's powered by a clear ingredient. Ambition needs clarity. Missions need a cause. Pain needs confrontation. And to supercharge each of these motivations, I'm going to arm you with one reflection question you can explore and one action step you can take for each. Let's start with ambition. Here's a reflection question for you. What do you want badly enough that you'd be willing to consistently commit at least 3 to 5 hours a week to work toward it? Now, I have talked with clients who are driven by a desire to control their time, to leave a legacy for their kids, to replace their income with something they actually enjoy doing. It doesn't really matter what it is that you want, but rather that it's clear and compelling for you. As far as actions, the best thing, in my opinion, you can do to tap into your own ambition is to spend more time with ambitious people. Listen to what they're sharing about what they want for their lives and why, and see which of those things also resonate with you. You just have to be careful to treat those conversations like potential sparks for your own ambitions, not an opportunity to borrow other people's dreams. Now for mission. Here's a reflection question for you. If you were already financially free, what problem would you go to work on anyway? Most people underestimate how powerful it is to really care about something specific. Mission can be fuel. It can turn obstacles into things you work through versus reasons to quit. And it can give your effort direction, not just intensity. For your action, spend 20 minutes researching one problem or customer group you feel drawn to. Look for signs that it matters to you, stories that bother you. In fact, one of the best things you can do is look for the things that really piss you off. Or maybe it's people you want to serve. The point is, you're not choosing a business yet. You're just looking for a cause worth caring about. The business part can come later. Finally, there's pain. I commonly see people who become business owners after experiencing the pain of being laid off, having a health scare. Something that shocks them out of the inertia of their current lives, forces them to confront where they aren't happy, where they aren't engaged, maybe where they aren't getting what they want. So here's a reflection question. What is the honest cost of staying exactly where you are? Now, pain gets a bad rap, but it's often the most honest motivator. So when you finally confront the gap between the life you have and the life you want, you can create this internal pressure that actually helps drive change. As far as a simple action, Take some time, write down 3 consequences of doing nothing for another year. And be specific, don't sanitize it. When you see the cost in plain language, avoidance loses its power. Confrontation is what can create momentum. And if you're procrastinating, it does not mean you're not capable. It means you just haven't tapped into the motivation that's actually strong enough to move you forward. Now, ambition, mission, pain, we talked about these 3 different engines. They all do the same thing. They provide the fuel to get into and stay in motion. And if you spend even 10 minutes this week sitting with those 3 questions, taking the first step maybe that each one of those invites, you're going to learn something important about yourself. You may even uncover a deeper motivation, something that can help you start moving forward toward a new life. As usual, if you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with someone who might need it, and I wish you the best of luck as you chase your dreams. Cheers.